Did you know you can buy a home with little to no money? Many buyers assume they need 20% down for a down payment, but that's not true. The biggest hurdle for many first-time home buyers is saving for a down payment. In this video, I'll give you all the details about down payment assistance programs, and I'll also talk about the downsides of these programs. A down payment assistance program helps buyers cover some or all of their down payment and/or closing costs. There are thousands of down payment assistance programs. They can be local and state housing agencies, nonprofits, and community organizations. Even banks, credit unions, and private lenders will offer down payment assistance programs. Also, your employer might offer down payment assistance. It's rare, but it may be offered at some companies. It's called employer-assisted housing. One of the key benefits of getting down payment assistance is lower upfront costs. This makes homeownership more accessible. It can also reduce the need of private mortgage insurance. If you're not familiar with what private mortgage insurance is, it's a way that lenders protect themselves. Typically, if you're putting less than 20% down on a home, lenders will charge you private mortgage insurance, or PMI. PMI can vary on how much it might cost. The average private mortgage insurance rates vary by credit score and other factors. They typically range anywhere from 0.46 to 1.5% of the original loan amount. At those rates, PMI on a $300,000 mortgage will cost anywhere from $1,380 to $4,500 per year, or $115 to $375 per month. With a conventional loan, once you reach 20% ownership in the home, you can ask to get the PMI taken off. So in a best case scenario, if you get down payment assistance with 20% down, you won't have to pay PMI. Or maybe you get 15 or 10%. Regardless, any bit helps because once you meet that 20% threshold, then they take the PMI off of it if you ask. Again, this is just for conventional loans. If you'd like some free resources like an affordability calculator or homebuyers course, check out my website, workwithdang.com. I can also help you find a realtor in your area. There are a few different types of down payment assistance programs. There are grants that can be free money. You don't have to repay. So how it works is money is given to you to cover part or all of your down payment or closing costs. Grants could be anywhere from $5,000 to $25,000. These programs vary, so it could be more or less than those amounts. You do have to be eligible to apply for these grants. Some of the eligibility could be income limits or being a first-time home buyer. It's important to note that sometimes a first-time home buyer is considered someone who hasn't owned a home in the last 3 years, so not necessarily the first time you've bought a house. The home must be your primary residence. There are also forgivable loans. There's no repayment if you stay in the home for a certain period of time. But if you sell or move too soon, you may have to repay part or all of the loan. It just really depends on what the terms of the loan are. There are also deferred payment loans. This is a silent second mortgage that you don't have to repay until you sell, move, or refinance. Some common terms are it's 0% interest and there are no monthly payments while you're living in the home. There are also match-saving programs, which helps you save for your down payment faster. The way that some of these programs work is they match each dollar you save for a down payment. So as an example, if you save $2,500, they'll match your $2,500, so then that means you'll have a total of $5,000. This is typically income-based and may require homebuyer education courses. A lot of these down payment assistance programs will require some sort of homebuyer education course. You can do them online, and sometimes you have to do them face-to-face. The best way to find out about these down payment assistance programs is by checking with your local and state housing authorities. You can search for state-specific homebuyer programs. You can ask your lender and realtor about down payment assistance programs that they're familiar with. You can also check websites like downpaymentresource.com or go to HUD.gov for federal assistance options. You want to check your credit score early on in your home buying process. Some programs have minimum credit score requirements anywhere from 600 to 640 plus, but again, this really will vary by program. There are also home price limits, so you want to find out what those are, so when you're house hunting, you can stay within that limit. Downside to down payment assistance programs is the terms of the program can change and you can be ineligible. I've seen this happen before with some clients. One example I'm thinking of is there was a program in my state called Hometown Heroes. If you worked in a certain type of job, you could qualify for this down payment assistance. My client was a very specific kind of nurse. When the program was launched, he qualified and his kind of job was accepted. However, the terms changed and some of the jobs that qualified for this loan weren't considered anymore. This happened just a few days before closing, so it made things a little bit interesting. Ultimately, they were able to qualify for another down payment assistance program that the lender was able to find for them. But it is important to know that things change, and a program that you once qualified for, you may not qualify for anymore. Also, you're essentially qualifying for two loans at once. You're qualifying for, of course, your home loan, but then you're also trying to qualify for this down payment assistance program. A complication that could come up is you can get approval for your loan from your lender before you get approved for the down payment assistance program. You can't close until you receive the funds from the down payment assistance program. That's just one of the ways things can get a little complicated. But with the guidance of your lender and real estate agent, hopefully you'll have a smooth closing. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you've gotten any value from this video. It helps me out a lot.